Bogoria project started in February 2000, and we've run it twice or three times a year since then. In 2003 we got support from Darwin, so we ran it as workshops as well as Earthwatch teams. Secondly, I want you to look at the scum, because the scum, although you might... The main conservation problems here, I think, are the need for the local communities to establish a decent standard of living, because not more than 2 generations ago they were nomadic pastoralists, and now they're settled, and there are lots of problems that haven't been resolved with the settlement, such as the degree to which they can cultivate, the degree to which they can use water. Water use is a big issue, freshwater use for agriculture. And then there's the ever-present problem of too many goats and too many cattle, because when they were pastoralists they moved and there were far fewer of them, and now they're settled and the goats just wander out every day. What does it say?
Well, with my degree anyway, we have a lot of field trips, so we experience, field work within our own country. So to do a project outside of Europe and say in Africa, Kenya, you just experience a whole new ecology, different wild, everything is different, and it's just amazing really. It's a good opportunity.
I'm collecting macroinvertebrates from the river bottoms to see if there's any difference between various streams in the area. Fig Tree stream is a control because there's less anthropogenic factors in that area, whereas this one, cattle and modifications to the river channel has been made for irrigation purposes. We're seeing how much of a change there are in between habitats from there and here.
I've got 6 different habitats along the Fig Tree stream, and I'm taking samples of the invertebrates found within them, such as mayfly nymphs, dragonfly nymphs, caddisflies, lots of things really. I'm assuming that each habitat will have a different invertebrate composition. I'm also going to do a similar experiment, take similar data from a stream that runs into Baringo. Now, unlike this stream, which is a spring-fed stream, the stream that feeds Baringo, it's a stream that's fed by runoff, it's got its own catchment. So I'm going to be doing a similar thing there and comparing the 2 streams.
We use a Cerba sampler placed at the bottom of the channel and rub the stones to wash all the invertebrates off. They go into a net and then we sort them and try and identify each one.
It should be able to tell me about the health of the river. I'm assuming this is of high richness because it is a purely pristine stream. It has no human activities going on within it.
So I'm looking at the parasite load of flamingos, and basically we've determined that the flamingos out here are a healthy population at the moment, and I've been out here collecting samples. The research will determine that the parasite load of flamingos is not necessarily detrimental to the health. Well, we walk a transect along the shore every morning, and we look really for sick or injured birds or any dead birds along the shoreline, and if there is any we will take those for post-mortem, and that data gives us a mortality rate, so that's how we determine whether the population is healthy. To determine parasite loading, we take faecal samples from the shoreline, and we then take those back to the lab and process them and look under the microscope for any evidence of parasite eggs. So far I've found parasite eggs in every sample.
I think the biggest benefit to the students is that they see what life is really like in Africa. They come to a place not as tourists but as participants, albeit only for 2 weeks. And that's a real eye-opener, I think. It's the totally different social and ecological environment to work in, and I think that's the biggest importance.
Kenya is fantastic. It's amazing to just be here, like just surrounded. There's so much wildlife here, and the camp is great, and yeah, it's a really, really good experience.
It's been challenging, like my methods I've had to alter and things, because it's just so difficult doing a project outside of England where I know what my resources are and things, but it's been amazing. I've seen so many new different things, and I've never been outside of Europe before, so it's an eye-opener.
This is sort of the career that I would like to go into. I'd like to be a research scientist, and so really it's given me the opportunity to come out here and get experience in the field, in the type of job that I would like to go into. It will be beneficial to me because I have fieldwork experience. It gives me just an opportunity to try out what I hope to be doing in the future. Definitely advise someone to come and experience it, because it's just unlike anything that you can do.